Hey guys, this is Dan with Gears and Gadgets. Thanks for tuning in. So I'm coming to you guys with another Follow-Up Friday video.
Follow-Up Friday.
And that's right, my Ford F-150 purchase that seems to be going on forever. Not my choice, but it's the way it's kind of working. And this video, I wanted to talk a little bit more about the Costco Automotive Program and how awesome it has truly been. Now, this is not sponsored by Costco. From what I can tell, they don't seem to have any sponsorships out there, but I have been just a real big fan of this Costco Automotive Program, and honestly, it seems to be saving me about $7,000, maybe even $8,000 at this point. Having somebody in your corner fighting for you, in my experience, has been a very positive one. So to catch everybody up to speed on my current situation, I do have a 2021 Ford F-150 Power Boost Lariat 502A package built out from Chapman Ford in Scottsdale. This is not sponsored. As a matter of fact, I told them I had a YouTube channel and they didn't seem to really care all that much. My experience so far has been that Chapman Ford has been very much on the up and up, and Brett Govia, who is my salesman there, has been a pleasure to work with. So I'm really happy at this point, although we haven't actually delivered my vehicle yet, so we'll see when the time gets there. But my order was placed March 17th, ended up being sent to the plant on April 20th. It's been produced since April 27th. It's sitting waiting for microchips somewhere in Dearborn, Michigan, with an ETA of 1031. So as of today, my truck has been sitting idle for 72 days in a lot somewhere, which I'm not a huge fan of, but that's also been the reason why I've gone looking for trucks elsewhere, and that's why I wanted to share and tie this all back into the Costco Automotive Program. So my truck is MSRP'd at $67,095. The Costco member discount price was $4,170, bringing the total price to $64,424. That's pre-tax, title tag, trade, and all that stuff. So $64,424 for my current spec'd out F-150. By far the most expensive vehicle I have ever purchased. And honestly, I want to thank everybody on this channel, all the subscribers, because while I do have a job that I make enough money to be able to pay for that truck, I probably would not do it if I didn't have the little side revenue of this YouTube channel. And I just want to be honest with you guys and say thank you very much for supporting the channel. It means a lot to me, puts me in a position to be able to do this. But also, I'm utilizing the Costco Automotive Program to try to save whatever money I possibly can. The way that Costco has explained this program to me is that dealers can opt in and out of this on a monthly basis. So it's currently very difficult to find dealers that are actually actively participating because of the scarcity of vehicles from these manufacturers. Now, lucky for me, I placed my order back in March. That was right before this whole thing kind of blew up. So I was sort of locked into this price where I'm at now. This is why I want to say I think that Chapman Ford is on the up and up, and that is because this past weekend, just out of anxiety, I went back to the dealership and said, I just want to double check the numbers, make sure we're still good. And they're right where they were before. Nothing has changed. And I was a little bit worried that they might try to tank the deal for the fact that they could turn around and sell that truck for about $7,000-8,000 more than what they're selling it to me for. So again, huge shout out to Chapman Ford for honoring the deal that we entered into back in March as the deposit that I've placed. Now, some of you guys might wonder, why would Costco leverage this discount, or how can they leverage this discount in a normal time? Well, in normal times when inventory is high, the supply and demand scales change drastically, and at that point, dealerships just want volume. And Costco has 109.8 million cardholders. That's as of May 9th of 2021. And back in 2018, they sold 650,000 vehicles. Now, this isn't official, but the way I understand it, at least the way my deal I think was structured, was it turns out to be about $500 over dealer invoice is how they've pre-negotiated these numbers. And there's also more money for the dealerships to make with holdbacks. I'll link in the description down below an article from Edmunds on holdbacks, but it's ultimately 2.5%, 3%, somewhere in that range. So what that means is that when a dealership sells a vehicle, they bought it for X amount of dollars, they sell it to you for X plus dollars. Well, there's also a little bit of fluff in there from the manufacturer that the dealership ends up getting cut back for selling that vehicle. So a little bit of an extra bonus, which on my $67,000-ish vehicle can be anywhere between $1,300 to $2,000, somewhere in that range. So they're going to make $500 plus another $1,300 to $2,000 or so off that deal, is sort of the way that I understand it. So again, I ordered my truck back on March 17th, and around June, I started getting really antsy with that order. And this is really where the Costco Automotive Program came in to shine, and that is negotiating other potential deals. So it was June 17th, 3 months after I placed my order, that I had my whole AutoNation snafu, which never really went anywhere. Basically, they advertised the Costco Automotive Program on a Ram 2500 diesel for $69,565. When I showed up to the dealership, they changed the price to $74,785, all within a couple hours, essentially trying to take an extra $5,200 from me. And I caught that, obviously, and didn't do the deal. And I ended up complaining to Costco based on advice from my boss, who seemed more fired up than I was as another Costco member. And I had contacted Costco. They verified that is not how that should have went. And I just want to say, again, this is a point where Costco was very much in my corner. They were incredibly angry by this. Same day, June 18th, the general manager of that dealership sent, it was just a typical form email of, hey, hope you had a great experience. And I replied to him saying I was actually really disappointed that they didn't honor the price they had sent. And he never got back to me. That was on June 18th. June 21st, Costco actually reached out to me, again, very concerned about what had been going on. And it wasn't until June 28th, after Costco had seemingly rattled the cage of AutoNation. It was either that or corporate. I really don't know, but honestly, I don't even care at this point. But the GM had contacted me and said, hey, I will actually order you the exact truck that you test drove a couple days ago or a week ago, whatever it was at that point, spec'd the exact same way, and I'll honor the $69,565 price as it was sent over to you. It'll just take 3 months to get that vehicle. So my response was, oh, okay, great. The way you're going to solve the problem that you guys created was now honor the original deal and make me wait 3 months. Thank you. The whole thing was ridiculous, and I told him, I said it seemed kind of weird that whatever. Just the whole thing was bizarre. Now, all through the course of this, Costco was actually sending me messages through DMs. They were calling me and just very proactive, seeing if I was interested in that deal. They were very, very, again, proactive in trying to make sure that they were in my corner, and I'm very happy with that. And it was June 30th that the GM of AutoNation said that he wasn't having any luck and that he wanted to make it right by me, and I haven't heard from him since. I'm recording this video now on July 8th. So, again, I really don't care at this point anymore. Costco, in that instance, however, would have saved me $5,220. Now, Santan Ford, July 2nd, this was this past weekend, I was out and I found that they also had a Power Boost Lariat 502A spec'd out very close to my truck. MSRP $67,395. The discount on that was negative $1,600. They actually had a market adjustment. It was like, I want to say it was like $7,000 that I talked down to $1,600. So it was a premium of $1,600 with also $2,792 of dealer accessories. And again, none of these dealer accessories have any value to me at all. Total price of that truck, $71,792. And that was about a $7,300 premium over the current truck that I have on order. So I will say this process of buying a truck in 2021 has been an absolute nightmare. My truck currently is still slated for October 31st. Now, there's been recent articles that these trucks are starting to move. Ford has allocated chips to trucks that are currently sitting, awaiting them. So hopefully this all starts to accelerate much faster. But again, this process, being a Costco member, has been so incredible that they have a member for life. No doubt about it. I was not anticipating them, I guess, caring as much, but turns out that the 100 million plus members, they take very, very seriously. And, I know that Costco members love their memberships. I am one of those people. But when they are in your court the way they are and those pre-negotiated deals, when this market stabilizes again and you can buy a truck through the Costco Automotive Program, I would 100% recommend it. These guys have been awesome to deal with, and hopefully you guys can find a dealership as I have with Chapman Ford. Again, hopefully my truck is coming sometime in the near future. My goal is to be making truck videos, not talking about a truck I don't have. It's driving me insane. Sorry, guys. But thanks for sticking with me. If this is your first time tuning in, please hit that subscribe button down below. Remember, likes go a long way to help support the channel. I'll see you guys next time.